Yes, here we go. Ah, my lights are not on. Oh, don't be an idiot. I'm gonna have to get up the lights, make it. You know, I'm gonna have to put the lights on. Back. Oh, no. Are you gonna work now for me? Don't look at me ass when I'm trying to bend over to do the lights, guys. Jesus Christ. There we go. Not bad. I still need better lights. Jesus, they look all right. They'll be reet. They'll be reet. Oh, right. Welcome. Welcome. Here we go. Here we go. Kev, plays bottom Mike. Good to see you. Dave, good to see you. David, mate. Put it away, Brian. I know. Did you see the crack? Did you see the crack? I hope you didn't. I apologise. That's not the first thing you want to see on a live stream. Well, it depends what live stream you're tuning into, isn't it? I'm good, David, mate. How are you? Hope everyone's doing well. Admittedly, I didn't really have a good Sunday. It's a bit of a terrible one for me, but yeah. Trying to reevaluate everything. Dave, good to see you. Again, thank you everyone for coming in tonight. It's bit of a short, like not a short one. What I mean by is that it started quite. I usually have a day or two, you know, to schedule a live stream and put it out there and provide links and, you know, promote it is what I'm trying to say. And this one was a couple of hours. This released, I think, around midday, possibly maybe a bit after. Just full disclosure on this one, Aerosoft didn't provide this. This was bought with my I'd like to say with my own money, but it wasn't. It was with my lovely wife's money. So big thank you to her for providing the pre-release copy for today. It's not even a pre-release copy. It's already out now. It's linked in the description. You'll only get it on the Aerosoft store at the minute. It will be available from Contrail and Sim Market, I believe, in a couple of days. But for now, it is exclusive to Aerosoft, obviously being an Aerosoft scenery. We're looking at Echo Delta Sierra Stuttgart, and well, I haven't seen much of this because I haven't really had the time to look at it. As you guys know, most of you guys in the live chat today will already know that I like to keep everything first impressions as much as possible. I do have to go into the scenery beforehand to get a thumbnail image and obviously see what it's like, but most of the time I try to keep it first impressions. This one definitely have not seen this one. I think this airport is probably, I've seen the least of it for of this one compared to others I've live streamed. I've seen a tiny bit in the interior, and what I can say, guys, is this is another belter from Aerosoft. If from what I've seen so far carries on, it's another beauty. I wouldn't call this one of them. It's not branded as one of their mega sceneries, their mega airports like Brussels or Oslo, for example. It's a nice size and there's a lot to it. There's some surrounding buildings that are being modelled. The airside and landside portion of this airport is massive anyway. Over to the right, let me just pop you over to this camera here. There we go. Nice. Over here, you'll actually see there's part of the construction of a motorway, and also some of the motorways fully modelled as well. So we'll have a look. We'll try and sort of bob up and down this perimeter, left and right, and then we'll have a look over to the left side of the airport, or I think the south side of the airport, and then obviously we'll look at the main ramp, because there's a lot to show you. I am happy to see there is some collision on the building as well, which makes walking around with the avatar really interesting. And there's a couple of things I like to show you with this one as well. Let's have a little look at what you guys. Contrail is my way to go. Yeah, it'll be on Contrail, I think, in a couple of days. This is the same dev who made Oslo and Brussels. Yeah. Oh, it's the same developer. Okay. Already looks just like the previous project. Incredible detail. Fyong, thank you so much. I didn't know that. Joe Erland. So Joe Erland, if you do watch this, or even if you don't, massive shout out to them. Fantastic. I didn't actually know there's developers called out on Aerosoft like Orbex. It's a similar kind of thing, I guess. Mickey, good to see you. Aerodessa, good to see you. Andrew, just downloaded my update to and it looks great. So the update is out now, is it? I wasn't aware, unfortunately. I will update that on my Orbex. Let me just see if it's available on. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, don't stop being a pain. Don't stop being a pain. Let's see if. Okay. You're just testing me, aren't you? Fair enough. That's what you want to do. That's great. Fair. Not too sure why it does that. Let me just have a little look. Sorry guys, I just want to double check and see if the update for Liverpool, which by the way, PlaySpot and Mike, a good friend and moderator to the channel, has linked in the live chat there, so massive thank you. I am just going to double check that it's yours was on Sim Market. Okay, let's see if Orbex have got theirs, because obviously they are probably going to all get theirs at different times and make them active at different times. So be interesting to see. It'd be interesting to see if this actually works. So technically I've got it installed. No, I've got it installed, but I haven't. What I'll have to do is I'll have to take the pre-release copy away from my community folder and then download an Orbex again. Technically it should be the updated version, but thank you so much, Andrew, for letting me know about that. So if you guys are interested, the update seems to be rolling out for Liverpool, the digital designs version. Obviously do keep in mind that I will be going live with Indie Builds Liverpool when that releases. I'm hearing pretty soon. Indie Builds were interviewed at FS Weekend by FS Elite, and it does sound that it could have been earlier, but because of FS Weekend, it's probably going to be this week or next week. Still not got no news on that, but hopefully soon, guys. Massive thank you for everyone who's watched the 757 trailer as well. Really appreciate it. There's more to come. I've got some new airport trailers on the horizon in the next couple of weeks. More live streams, of course, guys. So let's get into this anyway. As I say, this is Aerosoft's latest one. Come out, I think it was about 2 o'clock today, something like that. So again, as we do on the live stream, let's have a good look around the scenery, because it is the traditional Aerosoft standard. There's a lot of detail. We do have custom approach lighting as well, which is great to see. I'm starting to see less and less of this now, I must admit. But this is custom lighting. In fact, little antennas on there as well. I believe this is custom lights. I think it is. I do have the flight simulations enhanced airport lights installed. They don't look like those, so that's good. Massive VOR station here as well at the end of the runway. And it does look like we are surrounded by photogrammetry as well. But as you can see, they have actually done the motorway here. And the motorway goes all the way back by the looks of it. In fact, you can see where it actually stops. But they have put the signs, the motorway signs, up all the way along, which makes sense with it being on approach to the runway. It's also good to see you. Fionn, let me see what you're saying there. There is a lot of dev in Aerosoft, but this guy's quite popular. You can tell how good is making a series since they've even mentioned his name in the trailer. Perfect. I know, because obviously Orbex, for example, use the indie devs on their scenery now, more so than actually stating that it's their scenery. Let me just see if it actually says his name in. It says developer, the Aerosoft dev team on the product page. But yeah, I'm glad he's mentioned in the trailer. Which I must admit, the trailer is the reason why I did want to look at this, because there's some amazing visuals in that trailer, which was done by Aviation Lads. Obviously, shout out to Aviation Lads for creating that trailer. I think Aviation Lads does most of Aerosoft's trailers and stuff like that, so it is nice that he's put the developer's name in there, which is always a fantastic thing to do in recognition of who's creating these sceneries, especially if it's made by a single person or even a couple of people. It's fantastic. Again, loads of fencing. What I like to see is the airport encased by fencing, and this looks like sort of a wire mesh fencing. You can't see it from from afar. It looks like it's open, but it is there, and it's all the way around the airport. It looks fantastic, fully 3D. The barbed wire is 3D. The car with a slight little float on it, but it's a Volkswagen. It's a nicely modelled car model as well. All of the subtle details, like the bollards, they're not pin sharp. The textures are not popping in your face, but again, I don't think items like this generally need to be, and it's great to see so many custom items. Even right now, we're not even 5-10 minutes into looking at this airport, and there's incredible detail already. It's not a surprise Aerosoft do this kind of detail in their sceneries. Look at this as well. I'll be totally honest, guys, I haven't got a clue what that is. I don't know if it doesn't look like it's part of the import infrastructure. Oh, hang on. No way. So I'm assuming it's some kind of footpath. That possibly might be some old signage or some kind of, I don't know, monument that it's at the airport. But that's great. That's great. Watch and listen to the trailer at the beginning. Yeah. I will do, but for now, let's have a little look around the airport. The terrain. I must admit, what I'm seeing is a lot of really low. I would say just low resolution ground scenery here, but with it being so close to the approach path as well, I would have, obviously this would have been great to have been a bit more, it's almost like my settings are down, but I don't think they are. Let me have a little look, because I don't want to obviously, terrain level of details 200. I mean, obviously I don't think none of this is gonna, photogrammetry is turned on. I don't think it's anything to do with Etihad A380 at Manchester tomorrow morning. Probably won't be able to get down. It says art footpath, so it looks like the walk where there's some art along the route. If they've done it all, Mickey, that's pretty cool. Alex, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Thanks for coming along. But yeah, I must admit, it's it's nice. I think from a distance, the scenery, actually, this fields look really, really nice. Up close, they're a bit low. I mean, compared to the actual airport itself, it's a bit low, isn't it? But anyway, we'll carry on. I'm just wondering if there's any more of these little bits here. Oh, sorry, guys. You can't obviously see all the writing, but there is other bits like that at the airport. I will tell you that. There's some fantastic details. I'm just wondering if there's anything just further along. I don't think they've gone as far as that. Yeah, Alex, we've just been saying that. I have got everything turned up. Obviously, the grass is there. You can see it as we go closer. But yeah, the ortho is pretty low res. It seems a bit better on the airport. I think Aerosoft have tried their best to kind of. Also, as well, the taxiway. There's a bit of elevation issue here. I'm assuming that's completely wrong. I wouldn't want to. Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a default Stuttgart handcrafted one maybe that is causing issues. I don't think there is. Could be a bug or yeah, I mean there's also elevation issues. I would like to point out, guys, I mean this was bought by me. I even if scenery is sent to me to be shown off, I am pretty open about issues that are occurring, but yeah, there's an elevation issue there. But I mean, I don't think there's a usually if there's a default, there's obviously all airports are going to have a default version, but if there's a handcrafted version or another version installed on top of it, then yeah, that could be the issue. But there's elevation issues, and honestly, I don't think Aerosoft would make. I don't think they'd keep the ortho like that because they've done so well with the terrain on the road here on the I'm guessing an autobahn or a motorway. They've done all the signs, and they're pretty high res signs as well. Ground texturing looks spot on as well. One question, popping text at airport, can you approach the terminal to see if the vehicles are white until they're right on top of them? You can also see the distance they appear from, if you can do that. Yeah, I can do. Didn't see that issue on other streams or in my sim. Train, thank you so much. I'm curious now of why that is a thing. I don't have any other scenery that is gonna impact this. RW profile, RD presets, don't think they exist anymore from what I remember, but they do have a version of this airport, but I don't have that, so I don't know. I think in one of them there's an update. Yeah, there's a world update one. Interesting. Okay. Okay, guys. Let's troubleshoot while we're live, because why not? I'm just having a quick look on the website, on the product page, guys. I have linked it in the video, the live stream description, but I haven't disabled the Aerosoft wire, the Asobo one, because I wasn't aware there was one. Because actually, there's on the terminals here, there doesn't seem to be anything doubling up, which is usually an indicator. Usually double sceneries, so the terminal would be visible twice, and obviously you could see a repeat in the scenery. So it's quite interesting that that's not happening. But guys, listen, I honestly didn't know there was a handcrafted version of of this airport, so I do apologise. It would be something I usually try. There you go. You guys can see it there on the screen. There is the Aerosoft one. There is the one that I'm gonna... No, don't download it. Now. Don't download it. No. I want to disable it. There you go, guys. I apologize, but I do thank everyone who's let me know, because I did not know there was an Asobo version. Let's get back onto stand with massive apologies. I'm just having a quick scan through the product page here, guys, because I want to make sure that, first of all, that I'm not missing it, but it doesn't look like that it says disable. Right, guys, as you can see, there is no elevation issue now. What I would say straight off the bat is that is my fault, but also as well, please, developers, make sure that you're letting people know, because not everyone's going to know whether there's a default version, and I can't see here that there is a quote to say disable it. Could be wrong, but it doesn't look like on the description there is a little prompt to say make sure the Asobo version is disabled, because, well, as you can see, it does cause issues. But yeah, guys, thank you for the help with that one, because as you can see, it has fixed those issues. Can't say that performance has sort of increased. It looks exactly the same, if I'm going to be totally honest. The ortho is still the same, so that wasn't an issue caused by having both of the sceneries installed. But it has fixed most elevation issues. It's also fixed the elevation issues along the motorway or autobahn or whatever. You can actually see that it's all actually boxed off now, which is fantastic. But yeah, the ortho is still pretty awful. You're not... your jetways will not work until you exit the sim, delete the scenery index, and restart the sim. I appreciate it, mate. I'll give it a go regardless, but yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna stop the sim now. It is what it is. I didn't know there was a default version, a handcrafted version of the airport. But again, I will say that developers really do need to double check about things like this. I know developers do sometimes tell us to disable or delete or whatever, but again, you know, CST there, you just made a good point. Developers also don't tell us to do that as well. Even other developers who say, you know, please disable the default scenery, they will not go a step further. Okay, just won't see the jet. I think the jet bridges are visible. I think they're still there from the looks of it. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. Okay, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Fair enough. I understand. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, mate. Yeah. Yeah, do you know what, guys? I think seeing the jetways is, I think seeing the jetways is. Apart from that one still appears for some reason. Not in the jetways, there isn't, Fyong. You can walk along the jetways, but you can't walk off the Phoenix like you can do in the MK Studios Key West. You can't go right onto the jetway. There's no collision, but there is on the jetway, so you can still walk up the stairs. So I do want to show you guys that. CST, I appreciate the jetway call out because they're not visible. So I do apologize for that, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me because it shouldn't take too long. What I will ask is the scenery indexes. I don't think that's something I've done before, or at least it's not something I've done for a while. So you guys will again have to bear with me. We will just have to double check that. Yes, you can walk off the aircraft to the jetway, mate. Okay, CST, do you know what that is? That's probably why I'm saying you couldn't. It's probably because when I looked at it before, I had the handcrafted version still installed, and I didn't have just the Aerosoft one installed. So again, apologies, guys. You would think I do this quite a lot, but apparently I apparently I don't. Apologies. Let me is it not just faster to reinstall the actual scenery itself? Apologies, guys. Apologies. I honestly, I did not know there was a default Stuttgart. I'm gonna ask you guys to help me here. Fyong, first impressions? No, my first impressions from what I've seen when I was doing the initial thumbnails and stuff are very, very positive. This is my error, but again, I do urge developers to make sure that when there is a handcrafted version of the airport, is to definitely make sure people know that there's a they have to disable the handcrafted version, because otherwise, yeah, not everyone's going to check. No, I mean, I'm still not going to say differently that the impressions of the airport is fantastic. I just don't know how to get rid of the. I don't know how to. Just look at the scenery index folder in. Right, okay. I'm not too sure. To be honest with you, I don't want to mess with things because otherwise I consider myself techie, but I don't want to mess with things. I don't have a radio. I used to, David. I used to have an airband radio to listen. A couple of spotters have an airband radio, but I know. Is it allowed in the UK? I think you can, but you're not supposed to broadcast it online. So any UK streaming channels that stream real world aviation can't do it. They're not supposed to. If they do, then obviously they are technically breaking the law. To listen in I don't know the law, mate. I think you're allowed to. You're just not allowed to broadcast it. It's all personal use. You know what I mean? What is the problem? The problem is aviation driver. That is, I had the default Stuttgart installed and enabled, and I didn't disable it. And obviously, jetways and stuff don't appear once it's disabled. You've got to obviously make sure that things are done, and yeah, I didn't do it. The issue is that obviously, again, I'm not putting the blame on Aerosoft, because again, I am trying to live stream it to you guys to show you, so it is mostly my doing. I should have made sure there wasn't a default version, but apparently there is a part of one of the European updates, or part one of the Germany updates. Stuttgart was added, which I didn't know. And with this instance, it didn't actually create anything doubled up. It just gave the airport elevation issues and the taxiways and a few other bits. So we've just quickly sorted it, because obviously you guys will want to see the jetways and stuff. So it makes sense. I didn't want to do the rest of the stream and be like, you can see it does come with custom jetways, but I can't show you it. I really like the animated car around the area. Yeah, well, Aerosoft have been doing it for a while, haven't they? And I always say, when I see other developers do it, it's a breath of fresh air. MK Studios did it with the Rome version 2, and I think they've done it with other ones as well. And a couple of other developers do have it in their airports, but not enough of the big developers have actually started doing it. Digital Designs have obviously done an updated version of their Liverpool airport, which is fantastic. A six-year-old scenery has been updated, and that has got an animated bus going round as well. Yeah, Marcus, yeah, we did that, obviously. The thing is, you need to, when you do that as well, mate, is that because the Aerosoft one's installed as well on top of it, it messes up the jetways and everything. And I'm not totally 100% on why it all happens, but yeah, the jetways were invisible. So hopefully they are now. If they're not, then I can't really have you guys waiting for me to flick the stream off and on again. But I do thank everyone for their patience, because I do want to show you this, because this is absolutely incredible. The little bits I've seen on the trailer, but also the bits that I've seen, just a tiny bit I've seen with the interior, absolutely fantastic. Another really nice Aerosoft one. So we're nearly loaded in. Luckily, obviously, 2024 doesn't take too long. I will just double check. Why do I keep on doing that? I will just double check that it's remained disabled, because yes, I've known sceneries to not stay disabled. This one has stayed disabled, which is fantastic. There's Two-Toe Murphy there, actually at Stuttgart as well, which is he's obviously having a little look at Stuttgart by the looks of it. Fantastic. We'll park near him. I think hopefully I've fixed the jetways. Again, thank you for your patience, guys. We are going to have a good look around it. Some of you guys, if you've never been to the channel before, you're wondering about the sort of what I do with scene. Oh, it's still not fixed. Oh, hang on. No, they are. Are they? Yeah, they are. Sorry, guys, I've got thingy. Yeah, they are fixed. Perfect. Yeah, they are. Perfect. Okay. Perfect, guys. Right, let's carry on. I apologize. Thank you for your patience. Really, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me. But yeah, everything seems to be fixed in terms of the elevation issues. If you are getting this scenery and you've got issues with elevation and stuff like that, please do check whether there is a default version installed, because there is a default version, a handcrafted default version. It wouldn't have happened if there was just a normal sort of auto-gen version. Because there's a handcrafted version with one of the world updates or city updates, this has happened. But as you can see, actually, Aerosoft here have done a bit of, I guess, on like the likes of Planet Coaster and some of the city builders terraforming, we would call it. You know, landscaping. They've done a bit of landscaping here with I guess they just make me utility sheds or lockers, units that the airports use for vehicles. Again, guys, I've not been to Stuttgart. You guys in the comments might know a bit more about this airport than I do. But what I will definitely show you is the insane amount of detail. We're going to head around and sort of work our way. On that side of the airport, it is just sort of mostly the motorway with the signs modelled. But I know on this side of the airport we do have, I think, the cargo apron. And we do have the general aviation apron just before we get to the main terminal as well. I think the scenery is an evolution set. Do you know what, Fabian? I would say once we get closer to the terminal, it's a fantastic, as detail really is there. But I think once we get into the interior as well, and yeah, it's not all about interiors. I fully understand that. I know not everyone wants interiors in their airports, but I think it's kind of the standard now. I think it's like aircraft. Once upon a time, we weren't bothered about having ultra realistic cabins in our aircraft, but when we buy them now for 70 or 80 or 90 pounds, it's kind of something that we just take for granted. It's something that we just expect to see because of the how far the simulator has come, and you know how much we're spending on them. So it's the same with these airports. Generally, people are not really bothered with about interiors, but they are when there's no interior installed or present. The questions start getting asked, which is quite interesting, because not long ago, just people weren't bothered about interiors. They really aren't. And even now, when people say they're not interested in interiors, the question is asked why there isn't one. And you know, people start getting a bit funny. All custom aircraft taxiway lightings as well, I've noticed. None of this is the enhanced lighting that I've got installed. They're all custom, which looks great as well. Sorry guys. I'm having a nightmare. Apologies. Can you change the camera back? Yeah, I have done now. It's just completely, yeah. It's like that never happened with the after coming out the sim, so I will go back to where it was. I don't think yeah, okay, fair enough. Sorry guys, sorry, my head just went. I didn't expect there to be a default Stuttgart to be installed. I didn't even notice, to be honest with you, which is funny because I was going around Germany not too long ago to see if there was any default sort of airfields included. So yeah, again, apologies. That's my bad. You could have told me quicker, but anyway. Yeah, the detail in this is very, very nice. So it's going to be available on Contrail and Sim Market pretty soon. Sorry guys, apologies. I know. You can see it now. It's fixed. I'm having a nightmare. I was actually not prepared for the Liverpool stream the other day, but that went out. Then that went off without a hitch. This one as well. Just thought I had ages to start it. I had preparation time, and started it on time. But yeah, still managed to bugger things up. There we go, guys. You can actually see, even though we are all the way out here at the end of the runway, you can actually see there's still a lot of detail in these less important buildings, or you know, the buildings that you're never ever gonna see. I think this is when you start taking your avatar out for a little bit of walk around the airport and things get a bit more detailed. What I was saying before is, guys, you can see that there's a bit of terraforming or landscaping in the ground here. Now it looks like what they've done is, so I think what I'm seeing here is this is the actual ground, and then when it gets past here, they've actually just put like a cliff, like a straight drop. They've used like a landscaping tool and dropped it down, and then all of this grass is obviously fake modeled grass, which yeah, it's not pin sharp by any means, but you know, if you're not coming over here to look at that, when you're in your aircraft here, you're landing, you're not going to really see it. You are going to see the sort of the ground dipping down, but it's just more nice detail. I think Aerosoft are really, for me, I've said it loads of times, I prefer Aerosoft scenery over the aircraft. Again, that's a personal opinion. I just like their airports. I think their airports are some of the best that you can get, especially Brussels. Even to this day, Brussels and Oslo are fantastic. Loads of detail in those two airports, and this is exactly the same, guys. In fact, what I would say with this is, because it's a bit smaller than those airports, they've been able to do even more with it. It is fantastic, it really is. Where's the VOR? The VOR is at the end of the runway. I think it's here. Again, all of the approach lights are custom as well. But there's a VOR station here. And again, before we had to sort of go off and change the scenery, you can see that they've modeled the road. Even the signs go all the way up. You can actually see where it stops, the texture work, but they've still put all of the lights, all of the signs in there, and the signs are pretty detailed as well. And it looks like at the minute there's a lot of construction work going on this side. Maybe they're making the motorway wider, but they've included all that as well, which is pretty cool. Again, all of these boards and walls, these will not appear if you have the default Stuttgart still activated. So again, make sure that you do disable that, because, well, it just won't appear right. The signs are very nicely done, are very, very high quality. Like, even when you get up close, they've done a fantastic job on the signage. It's also nice to see that they haven't kept to default airport lights. These are all custom. You know, in itself, that is a feat, because, you know, individually placing all these lights so they all line up and appear correctly. From what I've been told from certain developers, you can't really chuck a load of things down and copy and paste and hope for the best. You've got to really like hand place things, especially with 2024. Look at the detail in the taxiway indicators here as well. Unbelievable. That's for the new high-speed rail. Nice. Okay. Actually, that's pretty nice because when you drive there, you can actually see the VOR. Nice. Next to the autobahn, 200 meters in front of you, there's a threshold of... okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the taxiway and runway textures are pretty nice as well. Centerline lights as well. Again, I don't know if they're custom or they're just default ones, but yeah, the taxiway and runway textures are very, very nice indeed. Actually, let me just have a look at the markings as well. Yeah, and I would say right at this minute in time, performance is pretty good. I have got the Phoenix on stand, and my system's never really liked the Phoenix, I'm going to be totally honest, but I did want to put it on the stand just to have a look at the jetways. So it was important that I did restart the sim for you guys to see the jetways. Especially with the walk-in mode as well. There's quite a lot, guys. It might appear as just a single runwayed airport, but the amount of buildings that have been put in and the actual airport interior as well will take a bit of time to look around. Some custom foliage here as well. So this is obviously not default trees and bushes. You can see that that's been put in as well. Daisies on grass. Yeah, I mean, daisies on grass, they obviously, I think if you change... Do they stay? I guess if you put it into December, into winter, you're going to see less of them. But obviously, setting it to somewhere like summer just gives them a bit more lighting as well. I'm curious about this. We're getting Crash the Desktop while flying in other sceneries. How will the performance be in this scenery? What are you thinking about that? Well, I haven't done any flying into it yet. I'll be honest, guys. I'll probably jinx it right now, and it will happen because of how the start of the streams panned out. But I haven't had any crash desktops for a while on the sim, so touch wood. Touch wood. It doesn't happen. But it is fantastic, guys. And what you're seeing right now is obviously just the end of the airport with none of the actual infrastructure, none of the buildings. As we go over now, you can start to see things build up with the general aviation apron, and then I think the cargo apron on the other side. I did actually see a 757 on flight radar 24 landing at Stuttgart, which was nice to see. Some of the ground service equipment vehicles as well, which look all custom, and in fact they are very, very well detailed, which isn't a surprise because I'm pretty sure, doesn't Aerosoft do Truck Simulator? Are they not the guys, or at least they do add-ons for Truck Simulator? So it's no surprise that these trucks are, all right, it is sinking into the ground, but they're all branded up. They're all native to the airport as well. What I think it was the same for Oslo. I don't know if Brussels had it, but that's an electric car sound. Can you guys hear that? That's an electric car, but they've actually put electric car sounds. Aviation driver. I mean, maybe in another live stream, but in these types of live streams, what I like to do, buddy, is to obviously have a good look around the airport. Give you guys a look at what everything, you know. Sounds as well. Which sound great. The animations are quite smooth. When the vehicles turn, they're obviously not spot on, but it's great. These are electric. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know they had electric sounds. There's more of the custom lighting as well, guys. Look at that. I will obviously take a look at the night lighting, guys, but what I'll do is just give you a, not an FS, have a little quick look at the there's a helipad in the middle there as well. Look at that. I think they've also included a factory as well. I could be wrong, because I did actually... They've modelled quite a lot on the perimeter by the looks of it as well. Obviously, the animated vehicles have got night lighting as well. I mean, sure, the animated vehicles sort of wander around the airport aimlessly, unrealistically, but that isn't the point. Aerosoft and other developers that have animated vehicles, it brings the airport alive so much. Like, so much. I love that it's electric car sound as well. That's pretty cool. I love that. Have a little look. Sorry for the off topic, but what makes airliners do little hops when taxiing? I guess the unevenness of the ground. You know, runways, taxiways, they're not all going to be very, very level. So, you know, essentially the tarmac is placed on ground. They do as best as they can to obviously have an even ground for them to take off and taxi on, but there's still going to be potholes and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, and you will feel them more in aircraft that are a bit higher off the ground. Obviously the 737s are a bit lower to the ground than the A320s, for example, but you know, you might find that the aircrafts feel a bit bumpy when taxiing and shake a bit more. It depends how fast they're going as well, but not 100% sure. But again, it depends what you mean in real life, or if it's the scenery that you're on about, Christian, then yeah, it'll just be depends on the scenery you've got installed, I guess, mate. This looks like sort of, I don't know if it's the older control tower. In fact, it might be the one that they use, because I don't see any other one. Pretty interesting location as well. And for me, probably it needs to be a bit higher up, but again, I'm no expert on that. I thought they might have had a bigger control tower. Maybe they do, and I just can't see it. This is photogrammetry as well, which is interesting. So there's a couple of things that are modeled. Possibly a restaurant. I hope that Asobo, I've said this a few times when I've live streamed, guys, I hope they fix the this transparent kind of see-through with the trees and the buildings. It's a, you know, especially when it happens nearer to airports and it's very noticeable. But yeah, I hope they fix that. I'd like to see that being fixed at some point, because that's been there for so long. What we'll do, guys, is we'll have a little look on this side next to the cargo apron, and then we'll go back towards the general aviation side, and then work our way upwards where we'll see the terminal, guys. So do stay with me, because obviously we're going to be taking a look at everything we can. That is a shop. I think we do have it in England as well. This being probably a shopping centre. An indoor market and shopping centre. All custom modelled and part of the scenery, which is great to see. Bakery. That is the main ATC. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Ambulance shot past your house as the ambulance was on screen. Yeah, that's just how detailed Aerosoft is, mate. Christian, if it's your one that's doing it, then I would have a look at that a bit more further. If you're talking about the AI aircraft doing that, that is just a known issue, mate. If it's the AI traffic that hops and skips and stuff, mate, that is just a known issue. Most of them do that. FSLTL Just Flight does it. The Beyond ATC and Say Intentions ones do it. It's just it's unfortunately just a limitation of the AI traffic until Microsoft and Asobo sort of get a grip on it and sort out the movements. Sorry guys, I did miss this as well. Let me just have a little look at this, because we shot over it. Now that is pretty nice. That is very nicely landscaped. There's a couple of anomalies there, but I tell you what, bridges, they're not the easiest thing to do, and I think they've done a great job there. That's pretty nice. Take the transit van that you can buy and see if that's got collision on it. That'd be nice to see. Perseverance, good to see you. So far, looking at the scenery gives me confidence not to overdo my project. Christian, AI, yeah, mate, they do that. They do that, mate. That is not a problem with your end. That's what the AI stuff does, mate. You might see it that I did have Just Flight traffic enabled when I first went in, but we can see if it'll regenerate. See if it pops back in. But yeah, mate, that it happens. It happens, mate. Hey Mike, I'm having a good time now, mate. It should be all right. We're having a little look around. Yeah, we're having a. It isn't the mod's fault. No, it's not. You guys are fantastic, but yeah, we did start the live stream with a bit of. That's funny. Is that the electric car as well? No, that's a completely different one, isn't it? Oh no, it is. You can hear it. Nice. DHL, again, the trucks are done with so much detail. In fact, some of these trucks do have a little bit of interior to them as well. What I mean is the ground textures mix well, don't look forced. Yeah, they do. I think also as well the surrounding photogrammetry does help in ways as well. I find when it's auto-generated buildings, they don't mix well with custom buildings. It can be said for photogrammetry buildings as well. If the developer doesn't get the color of the buildings correct and it's a bit too contrasty, a bit too colorful, then it doesn't blend well with surrounding photogrammetry, I must admit. Another thing that Aerosoft do really well is ground GSE, ground service equipment. There's a lot of clutter on the floors in and around the airport, and they do it very well. Animations on the radar there as well, very smooth, doesn't look jerky. The actual modeling of the structure that it's sat on as well, nicely rusted and weathered, really nice. Love to see that. There's actually someone walking along here. I mean, yeah, he looks like a bit of a robot, but I tell you what, because these are custom people as well, they're not actually using the flight simulator animated people, which I don't think work anyway. I think they just move on the spot, drink coffee and stuff, and talk to each other. I mean, yeah, it's the same guy, but you know, it is what it is. You're gonna try and walk. We could do, David, mate. Yeah. We could try. That's the reason why I've parked the Phoenix on deck. Guys, what I would say is, obviously, I know some of you might be new to the stream and haven't watched one of my live streams before. When I'm looking at an airport scenery, I don't really do a flight. Sometimes I'll fly into the scenery that I'm having a look at, but I won't sort of have a quick look at the scenery and then fly off to another airport. Others do that, and that's absolutely fine. That's how they do it. I'm not saying it's, you know, the wrong way to do it. It's just on this channel, I like to have a good look around. I like to put my camera close to aircon units and see if they're spinning, or whether they looked really weathered and, you know, old and look like they're part of the scenery. The textures on the roof, fantastic, lovely, you know, bits of moss and dirt, and, you know, it looks like it's been there for a while. Love to see it. But that's what we do on these live streams, guys. We get close to the scenery and we have a look at what the developers are doing, because let's face it, we have got the most expensive hobby around. I think we spend a lot of time and a lot of our money on these aircraft and airports that we do. Sometimes we want to see how in-depth the developer has gone, because we're going to put some money down on it. And this airport is, when I paid £20 for it, it's €22. It's only available on Aerosoft at the minute, but I do believe it will be out on Contrail and Sim Market within the next couple of days. I don't know how random this helicopter is. I'll be totally honest. There's no helipad on the top of here, but it's there, and it's got registration on it, so I'm assuming it's actually spot on with its real life counterpart. FedEx, I mean, there's a lot of detail here, guys. Look at this. The floor textures are really nice as well. Look at that. Lots of dirt on the floor. And the texture as well, it looks almost 3D. It's probably flat, but it looks fantastic. In fact, is that flat? It is, but you wouldn't think so. All the different signs, look at that. Very nice. I mean, these are areas that you're never ever going to see unless you start walking around with your avatar, or you start using your drone camera like we're doing here. Also, the detail in the windows as well. You've got the blue frame, then the red frame, and then the yellow frame. Again, I'm assuming this building is exactly spot on to what it does look like in real life. Again, the animated vehicles still come to these parts of the airport, just not, you know, not just the main apron, which is fantastic. Flying real planes is more expensive. It is, Jason. It is. Let's just scroll through, see if you guys... Is it worth it? Well, I think it is already, but we've still got the terminal to see. Yeah, Eurowings seem to be the main user of this airport. Certainly, when I look at Flight Radar, there's a lot of Eurowings A320 and A319s on the apron. There was an British Airways just took off before from Stuttgart in real life. But yeah, certainly Eurowings seem to be the main. I'm assuming it's one of their hubs. I don't know. You guys will be able to tell me. I know there's a couple of locals and people who know the airport a bit better. Bit of a elevation issue there on the road, but it is what it is. Absolutely loads of buildings have been modelled in and around the airport. It seems like there's nothing missed at the airport. The airport looks incredible. And guys, please do stick with the stream. This might take us over a bit because there is a lot of the terminal to see. If you think what you're seeing right now is detailed and intricate, you will be, if you haven't got this airport already, it did come out today, it is available now, you'll be absolutely blown away by the terminal and what Aerosoft have done with the terminal. A lot of detail. I tell you what, you guys who do watch the streams regularly will know I do love my detail. I know you guys do as well, but very, very nice actually. Some of the bars on the windows weathered up and scratched, and very nice. Again, this is going to be a very nice all-round airport for you guys. General aviation, business jets, cargo operations, A320s, A319s, 737s. Some of your cargo aircraft, obviously a bit bigger as well, you can use them. Let's carry on, because as you can see, look at all that we've still got to look at. and it goes further back as well, and it's not just that. Eurowings up. Can you just show us the military apron? I can, yeah. I'll carry on. Again, I'm not fully familiar with this airport, but I'm assuming over here is the military apron. Oh, what's this? It's not fully rendered in, guys. Can you see that? I don't know if that's... What's that? Is that like a practice helicopter, or... Do the windows have parallax interiors? Jason, I think some of them might, but the interior in the terminal is fully done. I think, from what I've seen. You guys will have to let me know about that. I don't know what that's all about. Fire training section. I honestly thought they hadn't rendered in properly. I'm assuming this is the military side of the airport. Again, didn't know there was a military side of this airport, so you've also got military operations if you wanted to. Yeah, I mean, yeah, as I say, Andrew, it's some of the stuff that they've done, you know, are all behind what you would ever see, you know, hidden away. If you don't ever use the walking mode or the drone camera, there's bits of this airport that you'll never get to see. Again, another reason for the live streams is to show you just how much the developers actually do with the airport, and it isn't just a simple job. They do carry on. Here we go, guys. You can actually have a look. Some of the military side of things carries on, and it's not as detailed, but it's still pretty good. The ground section, again, it's not spot on. I have just spotted something which, for me, as you know, I've got a big gut. They call me L Fat. But here is a Burger King. Look at that. What's everyone having? Double Whopper, fries, and a Diet Coke because I need to diet. Cheers, mate. Thank you. I'm just going over there and just have a little. I've gone the wrong way round there, but yeah, there's a Burger King as well modelled, and a Shell garage as well. Fantastic. Love to see it. I don't think there's anything else. I think there's some factories that they've done over on the other side as well, I think. But yeah, pretty good. What we're going to do is we're going to actually not go that way. We're going to go back on ourselves and we're going to go over to the general aviation apron, which is just over here. Whee! Paper helicopter made to frighten the enemy. Yeah. Here we go. Look at this, guys. Actually, we were talking about the tunnels before, and again, look at this, isn't just straight. There's actually some, what would you call them? Curved lines, You can see where they've tried to model some of the actual scenery, ground scenery, with some of their own textures here, with some of their own modeling, and it's nice. But I tell you what, some of the custom foliage here, really cool. You can actually see is that a baggage cart or a tug going past here now? Lovely stuff. Yeah, there's a Burger King literally just round the corner from my house, guys, so. There we go. So this is where we start getting to the, the meat. We're talking about Burger King. This is where we get to the meat of the airport. And the detail continues with the buildings. All authentic to the airport. Really well modelled. Again, one of you guys pointed out this is the high-speed rail being constructed. This will be a good time just to go through the list, because I want to just go through the list of features with you guys. Includes a highly accurate recreation of Stuttgart, Echo Delta Delta Sierra, or Sierra Tango Romeo. Accurate models of the building. Accurate model of the airport buildings and facilities. Up-to-date airport layout as of March 2026. So it sounds like they've been developing this up until the last minute. So it's the most up-to-date Stuttgart you're going to get. Custom terrain elevation mesh and runway profiles. High resolution and realistic building textures. Highly realistic nighttime effects. Custom aerial imagery covering the airport boundary and close vicinity. I am gonna disagree with that. It might be an issue with something along the line, but I certainly think the fields here and at the end of the runway aren't the highest in resolution. That's just one criticism, because it as most of you guys did say, even when we disabled the handcrafted Stuttgart, it still appeared low res basically. Custom taxiway signage models, they're really good. Some of the nicest I've seen. Taxiway lighting, including custom models for light fixtures. Custom approach light models and effects. Stands support AI traffic with airline parking codes. Fantastic. Custom jetway models supports Aerosoft VDGS and GSX VGGS. Includes custom GSX profile with accurate procedures. Includes landmarks such as the Stuttgart I apologize for all the German and locals in the Stuttgarter Fernstem. Landmarks also have night lighting, custom visual effects for the power plant. Altbach, it's called, developed exclusively for 2024 using the latest SDK. I think this is just for 2024. Dynamic and living airport with interior lighting, large parts of the interior walkable with avatar mode. You can enter through the jet bridges and the landside entrance. Interior animated passenger models. It's got the terrace and the exhibition. It's got animations, which I'll show you guys. I'm not going to tell you which they are. And custom vehicles, as always, with Aerosoft. So there's a lot. The custom car, yeah, it is a bit high, I must admit, because that's what caught me before. I would say they're probably they're a tiny bit sort of quieter, aren't they, the electric cars? But it's still pretty good that there's actual sounds on it. I can't remember Brussels having sounds on there. I'm going to be totally honest, but maybe it did. I know Oslo did, but I don't know about Brussels. Right, we're going the other way. Sorry, guys, we're being that way. All custom. Are they Oshkosh or Panthers? Are they? Oh, the Rosenbar. Again, I am sorry for the pronunciation, my friends, because I am terrible. But I tell you what, the models look gorgeous. The actual models of the fire trucks. I don't know if they've put any animated lighting on them. No, but the building lighting looks phenomenal. Look at that. I mean, the lights on the fire engines wouldn't just be randomly switched on, would they? But it is sometimes nice to see when developers do that. The building lighting is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, he's got his lights on. Nice. That building lighting's gorgeous. I think that's so well done. Got like a collision beacon light on the building there as well. There is some parallaxed interiors. One of you guys called that out before. I don't know if it was it Jason or Andrew. There is some parallaxed interiors in there for some of the obviously the less prominent buildings. Fantastic to see. I do love when developers try and add the sort of the fake parallaxed interiors whenever they can. These do look a bit more sorry guys, be with us. Bear with. No. You can see the parallaxed interiors a bit more in the nighttime, admittedly, but they do look nice. You can see them there in the building. It's just a nice way for the developers to kind of have interiors, but also not have them. I do like this though. Can't say I've seen this much. That is pretty nice. I don't know if any others have seen this, but this is a nice little detail. Some of the grass growing through the tarmac. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever seen this in a scenery. Even the detail on here where it looks like a bit of it's been squashed down by something like a wheel. It is very you guys will have to let me know if you've seen these sorts of grass textures added in between the concrete slabs, because I think that's really, really nicely done. The airfields are great, but the GA terminal I personally think isn't. Yeah, I mean, I haven't been there in real life. I know there's a lot of GA static aircraft here, which, by the way, all tied down. Some have got covers. Some have got the block. These have got the blocks. The detail is fantastic with the GA aircraft, and I'm assuming all these registrations do match up to the ones here at Stuttgart as well, because the detail is nice. I must admit, yeah, I would say that I would love to see some internal development for the hangars. I don't think we get enough interiors for the hangars at all. In any scenery, we you know, the most I see and the best I've seen is Jewiecki designs. Some of the Polish airports, his hangars and interiors are fantastic. The lighting and everything is really nice. These are some of the nicest GA models I've seen. I don't know if these are part of. I don't think they are actual sort of SDK ones that are from the simulator. I think these have actually been modelled in. Third-party models or Aerosoft have done them themselves, but they're pretty nice. I do like the fact that they've got the tie downs and the chocks on them as well, and the aircraft do look a bit weathered and beaten up as well. But I must admit, the little bits of grass in the edges of the concrete, nice little touch, and a business jet as well. Love to see it. Fabulous work, Aerosoft, really nice. Really nice detail. Again, guys, if you are joining me today, you've not really subscribed to the channel, or you haven't seen one of my streams before, thank you so much for coming in and checking this one out. I do like to go around these airports in great detail. I think people, when they're buying airports, they do like to see just what they're paying their money for. And yeah, sometimes I do go a bit more in depth and look at things that, you know, they might not be an interest to yourself. But I think if you are rewatching the streams, you can obviously skip as much as you can. If you've got it on now and you're not too interested in this part, you can come back to it, you can rewind it. There's always options, but there's a lot more of this airport to see. And when you consider that we've live streamed the likes of Hong Kong and some of the big airports, this one, it's taken a long time just because of the amount of detail that's in it, and it's a fantastic job. I think like I said before, I do prefer Aerosoft sceneries than their aircraft. I think their sceneries are just some of the best you can get. And there's still only only a few scenery developers that put animated assets into their airport, where it makes the airport just come alive. You don't just feel like you're even with GSX enabled, you feel like it's a fully working airport. It's immersive. You know, now that we're getting closer to the terminal, you can now see the buses as well coming along. Some of the fuel trucks as well. Lots of GSE, ground service equipment. You can toggle some of this in the when you buy it on Aerosoft. Obviously, you use Aerosoft One software, and you can toggle some of the interior elements. Even this baggage car here has got its lid open rather than shut. Some of them have got them shut, some of them have got them open. Again, nice little touch, nice bit of variation to the scenery rather than it just being all the same. And I know a couple of you guys in the stream now have also got the scenery already. This is one of only a handful of times that I've had to sort of do a live stream before the scenery or product has come out. I do like to try and show you guys the product before it's released. Again, as I said before, full disclosure, I did buy this with my own cash. Well, not my cash, my lovely wife's cash, because she has been the sponsor of this live stream today, as in bought the scenery for me to show off. So massive thank you to her. Again, some of the hangars here, it's got some Lufthansa hangars. Again, I would love to see hangar doors open. I don't know if these do open. I don't think they do. But yeah, again, the night lighting's fantastic. And after live streaming the Oslo Orbeck scenery, I did go ahead and check out the Aerosoft Oslo, and admittedly, yeah, the Aerosoft Oslo has just got the edge over Orbeck's for a quite a few things, but you know, those guys have just come off, you know, doing not just come off doing Brussels, but they've done Brussels, and that's an old scenery now. Aerosoft Brussels goes way back, but it's still one of the most detailed you'll see in the sim. Definitely still one of the most recommended sceneries. And look at that as well. So this hotel has got some parallaxed interior to it. You can see some of the interiors in it, but it won't be a full interior. We're going to start snaking our way towards the terminal now, guys, because we've got such a built-up area over on the Landside. I'm assuming this is a train station if they are building a high-speed rail here. Or it's going to be, at least it's going to be transformed. Hey guys, look, if you weren't a Burger King fan, we've got a McDonald's for you. There we go. Hey. It's also got a McCafe. I think most European McDonald's do have a McCafe. And we can also see the menu. There you go. And we can go and sit down and have our Mackie D's. Look at that. Is it the most realistic McDonald's in the simulator? Yeah, we can sit here, enjoy our Big Mac, watch the planes coming in and out. Look at that. It's like a cheaper version of In-N-Out at LAX. The only time weeds are actually loved. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and obviously showing the love for the live stream. If you are sort of new to the stream, guys, and you've watched for the first time, thank you so much. But also, please do consider subscribing as well. Even if you don't like some of the other videos, you might like some of the other live streams I'm going to be doing, or you might like some of the other videos I'm going to be doing. But yeah, there's hopefully a bit of something for everyone on the channel rather than just one particular video. So yeah, it's free to subscribe, and yeah, if you do subscribe, thank you so much, and just make sure you leave a like and go and share the live stream if you think someone else is interested. But I tell you what, it is a very detailed airport, and I still haven't shown you the interior of the terminal as well, which is another absolutely incredible feat of development, I must say. I'm guessing this is an arena of some kind, music or event type situation. Seems to be quite a few buildings here as well, like a exhibition centre. It's a massive exhibition centre. It makes some of the ones in the UK look like child's play. Massive. All lovely modelled and textured as well, by the way. Quite a prominent structure. It's a massive sort of landmass by the airport here as well. Of course, it would have had to be modelled, but from sort of a developer standpoint, Aerosoft having a look at something like this being so close to the airport and thinking, oh, I'm going to have to actually model that, because if I don't, it really is going to look completely empty. Massive. I tell you what, though, if you are coming to Stuttgart for an event and it is being held here, then you're sorted with your hotels and your where you're going to as well. And the car park has been, modelled to a bit of a standard here. Some, trees put in as well. Very, very well done, Aerosoft. I love to see it. I really do love to see it. Look at the middle section here as well. Look at this. Little fun fact, the Boschan was, or is, I don't know, the world's largest light and sign. Oh, right, okay. Oh, okay. It's fantastic. All really done nicely. And again, some of this is, behind. It's not even on approach to the airport. It's behind the terminal. So I know it's a large landmass to not develop. So I understand why the developer has done it and Aerosoft have included it. But it's a large undertaking and it's very well done. Some of the sort of the pop-up stores and food stands, I guess, are all in there as well. Even this little water feature down here is all modelled in very nicely. Again, we did see it before, but we'll have a little look at the night lighting in this area. Here we go, guys. Look at that. So we got more parallaxed interiors for the hotels. Every hotel's got the sort of the faked parallaxed interiors, which look nice. As long as they're done correctly, they look fantastic. Night lighting is great. Again, it's something that I always applaud the likes of EMEET and Aerosoft and others on. The night lighting's done very, very well. Very, very nice. Right, guys, so let's have a little look. Let's go from over here and work our way around. It looks like we've got some car parks, ground level, multi-storied car parks. Again, all done fantastically. The little bit of glass construction on the walkways on the roof as well. Yeah, very, very detailed. Very nicely done. Just flip it back around. If you are enjoying the stream, guys, do please leave a like. I really appreciate it. Again, if you are unsubscribed to the channel, please do. I do as many live streams as I can. Regular content. Sometimes, yeah, I might go missing for a week just to keep the content up, but it's as regular as I can make it, which is seems to be okay at the minute. But yeah, as I say, it is free to do so, and I try and do these airport streams as much as I get the opportunity to. If I can't buy the scenery like I've done today, I am usually given access by the developers. Sometimes it's not easy. There is a bit of elevation issue, I think, here possibly. Again, it is what it is with that. I think just in general, the amount of detail, just for the non-portion of the airport is brilliant. Little surprise, when you're in the terminal, you have a look at the metal trees and change the month to November. Nice. Okay, I need to remember that, because we are nearly there, and as you guys can see, decent size terminal building, a lot of glass construction, interior fully visible even from here. And I've only done a little walk with the avatar for about a minute, less than a minute, and I was blown away. It was so immersive. It's so immersive. Nothing. This is one of those airport sceneries that I always say is a very complete scenery. It doesn't look like it's missing anything. Every building that is in the immediate area has been custom modeled. Nothing is auto-generated. Everything has been modeled to look like the real life counterpart. Even the security gates here, look at this. I mean, granted, there's no actual surrounding gates to actually keep people out, but you know what? It doesn't bother me. It's lovely. It's a lovely well-made scenery, and we are going to end the live stream by taking a really good look at this terminal, because the terminal is just, yeah, one of the most detailed I've seen. I love the glass and steel construction. The glass and steel construction is just some of the best I've seen. And again, I see what I see. I say what I see. As Roy Walker would used to say, not for the sort of the younger UK audience there, but yeah, I say what I see. If you see issues on the live stream, it's there for you to see. If a scenery looks really, really nice, it's shown on the stream. Do you know what I mean? Is this our railway down here as well? I think it is, isn't it? I mean, it's being constructed. It's you know, it's not got the very, very best sort of tunnel system, but it, you know, again, it's they've tried to you know, do some landscaping with a lot of there's a lot of elevation changes in this scenery, to be fair to them, and I think the simulator just gives developers a hard time anyway. So let's have a little look. Nothing left out here. I know you guys really want to see this interior, and we will go inside and have a little look. More car parks. I think this is like maybe a bus station, or let's have a little look. I think that's the I need to turn the Phoenix off. We'll turn that off because all we're gonna hear is the aircraft on the stand. Can we go in here? Have they done an interior to this? Oh, we have, yeah. Ah, look at that. Little underground bus station there as well, guys. And then more of a car park system as well, multi-storey car park. Very, very cool. Very cool. Let me just pop my head into the... There we go, guys. Absolutely fantastic, this airport, and we are going to have a little look now at... Have we got a little interior here? No. Going to have a little look at the Landside area where your journey starts. Animated passengers, so I've noticed the passengers themselves, these are the kind of the normal ones you see in most, I guess, most scenery add-ons from different developers. It seems to be the sort of the same people model, and these are animated, which is great to see. Brother, that elevator thing ain't new though. I didn't say it was a new thing. I didn't say it was a new thing. I've seen other developers do the elevator thing. Yeah. It is what it is. People have done the elevator thing in other sceneries before. I've featured it on other scenery live streams. They've included it in this, yeah, but I didn't say it was a new thing. It's cool that it's there. What I'm saying is that most developers now don't make their airports walkable for the avatar modes. You can't go up steps and you can't go through jetways. Any builds aren't doing it. There's a couple of others who aren't doing it. I'm just using them as an example, and I'm not calling those guys out for not doing it. I'm just saying that with the avatar walking mode, not many developers are allowing you to walk up and down stairs, go up elevators. And listen, people don't want to do it. I get that. I fully understand. But it's here. You can do it. It's pretty cool. It's very immersive. Some people like to do it. More people than they admit to. Like I was saying before, people now expect these really detailed interiors. It's an expected thing. Whether people use them or want to look through them or not is a different thing. You know, she's got an actual suitcase as well. It's pretty cool to see people. Look at that TUI 737 up 76? No, 737. Pretty cool. Love to see it. Really nicely done. Yeah, Pyrigi, yeah. Absolutely. But again, not all of his interiors you can go upstairs in, for example. Not many developers do stairs. And listen, Aerosoft probably haven't done every elevator and stair in this airport. They've probably only done a couple. But it's there. And like I said just then, that people don't use them. They don't care for interiors, but if they're not included, people certainly do start asking questions on why it's not included. You know, you've created an airport, such and such, whatever developer, you've asked for 20-25 quid, but it hasn't got an interior. Why? Because we haven't. We don't need to have an interior in here. But people do want them, and people do start complaining whether there's interior or not. It's pretty weird. It's the same with cabins and aircraft as well. We're starting to look at cabins in the aircraft now, and if they're not high fidelity cabins, people kick off. That's the state of the community now. That it's almost a thing now. We need these things as a standard feature. Do I want developers to make them toggleable a bit more, as in you can turn them off and on? Yes, I'd love to see more developers say, click a button, the interior is not there, click a button again, you can have it installed, because I think people would love that. Gives us a bit more FPS. If you want the interior, it's there. If not, it's not. But anyway, guys, this is fantastic. There is a lot. Also, there's a lot of animated people in here as well. That's another thing I would say is when they do interior modeling, every developer, they'll do a beautifully realistic interior of the airport, but there's just not enough people in there. The airport doesn't look alive. This looks perfect. It looks great. There's a lot in there. Ah, okay. I'm guessing these are because they do look a bit like steel trees, don't they? Oh, yes. Going into Christmas, it's got the Christmas lights on it. Nice. Wow. That's good. Now, again, guys, what I'm going to say here is, before anyone jumps in and say this isn't something new, this is fantastic. Obviously, the lighting looks amazing. Other developers have done time and month sensitive objects, clocks changing times, certain people only appear in certain months, certain times, certain days. So yeah, it's not something new, but it's something that I personally haven't seen in another airport. So it's brilliant to see. It looks good, and the lighting's done very nicely as well. It's not overdone. It's not blooming out, so it's sort of, you know, requiring new retinas or anything. It's nicely done, and it looks to me like you can navigate all the way through this airport. If I'm going to be totally honest, I could be wrong. It looks like you can go all the way through there. The departure boards changed, fully electric. They look great, and they do swap. They're not a static image as well. Love to see that. I've noticed some AI planes do have jet bridges connect to them. I don't know if Just Flight, FSLTL, I don't think do, but I'm pretty sure Just Flight AI stuff does. I could be wrong, but I have seen. If you're talking about the actual AI traffic within the sim, maybe not, but I know the add-on ones do, like Just Flight, because I've seen it happen. I've seen the jet bridges connect to the aircraft on the either FSLTL or Just Flight traffic. I definitely have. He looks like Tony Hawk. I always say that. He looks like Tony Hawk, but it's so immersive, guys. Let's just take the moment to say that this is a very immersive airport. Was that a sound? Was that like an interior sound? And those are real flight in the winter season. Nice. Nice. What I'm going to do, guys, is what I'm going to do now is, because we're kind of in, I just want to double check. I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything else, because I do want to use the avatar mode to have a bit of a walk around here. So bear with me as I kind of fly back through. Very nicely done. Very, very nice indeed. Little kids play area here with a control tower. Nice. With having obviously a daughter of our own, we are, I would say, we found we haven't taken it anywhere else but Prague, but Prague Airport's got a lovely kids playground in the departures lounge, and I remember Frankfurt also having the same for kids as well. Don't see that much in UK airports. I can only sort of say that when I've been to Liverpool, and Liverpool and Manchester, I think, or at least the zones in Manchester that I've seen. There's just not any places for the kids to go and play, you know, especially if you're delayed and you've got to go and, you know, you wait for a long time with a toddler in an airport. It's hard enough as an adult to sit there and wait, but with a child, having an area for the kids to go in is it's very much needed, and I've noticed that the European airports do it a hell of a lot better than the UK ones. Fantastic. Right, let's do what we were going to set out to do in this. Okay, side stick fault, whatever. Hope we can still do this. We should be able to, shouldn't we? Yeah. It's great to hear sounds as well. The visitor's balcony. Yeah, mate, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I don't know whether you can go up there with avatar mode, but I will show it because I'm purposely not looking at it, because I want to leave it to last because it's really lovely. Bit of an angle, and it does sort of glitch through the but yeah, thank you everyone. It would be nice to have the sounds and the terminal announcements. Yeah, I mean, some developers do that, don't they? It's quite odd that Aerosoft haven't, because they've done every other possible animation and there you go, guys. Straight off the aircraft. Yeah, they've done every other possible animation and every live stream, every lighting fixture and animation, but there's a distinct lack of sounds, like even on the cars. There's also this as well. I noticed this. I don't know if it's going to do it on this one, but over on the other side it does do it. I noticed further down that the doors actually open as well. Hi guys, you okay? I'm just gonna come out here. So some of the doors down here do actually open, the electric doors, and it's so cool. I don't know if we can do it. The lighting's fantastic as well, really, really nice. I think these are a bit different, these jet bridges. Bit of flickering, I don't know where that's coming from. So some things have got collision on them. I've noticed some of these bars have as well. I don't think the seats have, and the people, but the walls and everything else do have. Pretty cool. But yeah, Fabian, mate, I'm purposely leaving out the balcony because yeah, the balcony's got some lovely details on it, mate. I know. I spotted it when I first sort of jumped in, but I'm gonna leave that to last because it's really great. Also, as well, if you're wondering, yes, you can go for a poo and a wee. I think I've just gone into the women's bogs as well. I am sorry. Left the door open as well, you know. I think that is a women's toilet. Oh, he's coming into the women's toilet. So, well, oh, okay. Fair enough, guys. But yeah, there is a man's toilet you can go into as well. There is doors coming from the jetways that do interact with the avatar as well. Oh, love it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Last time I saw that was actually Aerosoft Bristol, I believe, on the bridge going over to the terminal. But yeah, pretty cool. Love that it interacts with the actual avatar and the sounds on there as well. Pretty cool. Lovely, lovely, absolutely gorgeous. Just everything's so nicely done. Very detailed. I'm not too sure which lifts are the ones that take you up. I'm hoping it's to the visitor balcony. This lady's just skiing along. Michael Jackson. Those are some boots. She's got Heelys on. Remember Heelys? You know, the little shoes with the wheels in. That's what she's got on. It's not a bug. It's not a bug. She's got the little wheels inside. I've seen this lady a lot as well. She's in the Burning Blue Design sceneries. I've seen her a lot. She's obviously on holiday. She's come over from the UK. Oh, she's walking now. She's put the wheels back in. She's fine. She's just wanted to. Here's Barry's. I love the animated departure list as well. All very high quality as well, by the way. Look at the textures and the chairs. It's insane. It really is. Very, very well done, Aerosoft. Yeah. Can we go down here? It looks like we can. There we go. Where are we going? Down to one of the lower gates. Look at that. Do these automatic? Do they start spinning? No, you can just walk through them out onto the apron. You know, it's I love it when the airport is walkable. And again, guys, like I said, not even Builds Hong Kong, with all that detail it's got, you can't even walk into the terminal. You actually couldn't do it with Aerosoft Oslo because I don't know why. I think it's an older scenery, but you couldn't walk into the terminal. At least that's what you couldn't walk up into it. It's off the ground. This is too. But yeah, I can hear some sounds and I don't know what the sounds are. Really really high fidelity bins as well. Everything's really nice. I can't really say. There's a couple of things that need a bit of a fix. This is this is out today. It's only what 6 hours old. So, you know, there's going to be a couple of things that the guys probably need to address and fix that they've noticed when other people have started using them. But that's there's legs in the ceiling. What's he doing? You were just walking on the ceiling. There's some nice shoes though, then, mate. Yeah, as I say, you know, it's a brand new scenery, guys. I don't expect it. It happens to the best of us. The scenery will need some kind of bug fix. But what scenery and aircraft doesn't need a fix when it just releases? There's a couple of things on here that need a bit of a visual touch-up and correction, but it's definitely one of the most detailed sceneries, airport sceneries. Everything on the outside is spot on. If you don't like interiors, then, well, you're missing out, because this is a belter. It's a really good one. There's a couple of flicking on the light. I don't know if that's like a pair. Yeah, there's that weird sound when you come to about this area. It's like a weird rumbling. Oh. I'm not too sure which lifts you can go into. I'd like to think it's the ones next to where the visitor balcony is, which is where we'll kind of end the live stream on. And I do want to just take a time to look at... She's got the wheels on her shoes again. Look at her gliding past. She's like a ghost. I believe I can fly. I shouldn't really sing that song, should I? Not really. Wrong tune. It could be this, but you can get to this lift weirdly. Anyone know how to get up? Can we get up to the... Can you actually press the button? Are you telling me that we can press... No. It might not be these ones you can actually get up in these lifts, but I hope you can actually get up to the visitor's deck with the avatar mode. It would be really nice. Yeah, the scenery is fantastic. It really is nice. But can we get up to the visitor's balcony? It's only the balcony lift. It is only the balcony lifts. You'll have to let me know which ones they are if you can, because I can't. Is it this one here? Or do these go downstairs? Can't go down there. But the sheer fact that you can just walk around the airport is fantastic. It really is. The balcony is up on there. Oh, is it the balcony in the landside portion? What I will say is, if you can't get up to the visitor balcony with the avatar mode, I think that really needs to be something Aerosoft put into the scenery. I know it sounds minimal at this point, but with how detailed the visitor balcony is, it's a shame that you can't get up there. Like, really? Oh, only landside, yeah. So we'll have a little look, guys, because I remember seeing it from the trailer. In the landside area of the airport, obviously there is a lift that you can take up to the higher level. So I will just show you. It's a shame there's no lift, there's no stairs or anything to take you up to the visitor balcony. It really is, because it's so detailed. Is it like, oh, hang on, is it up there? Oh, okay. Can you go up the escalators? Do the escalators take you up? Ah, gutted. But you can walk up them. Ah, look at this. Nice. See, this is what we need over in the UK. Some places to do this, man. It's so cool. That's so cool. You guys can obviously see the aircraft out on the balcony there. I don't know where this lift is. I'm completely lost now. Ah, it's here. Is it here? Is it this one? Nice. Ah. It does say you can't go through them. More kids play area, so cool. Ah, I'll tell you what. One thing I did notice as well, guys, is another little animated thing that I've never ever seen. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Oh my god. The littlest things. The littlest things. Thank you so much. Oh my word, look at that. My word. Does the match, does the time. Does the time match the... Oh, it does. Oh, again. And by the way, guys, watch this. Look at the shades of the... See the metal things here? Oh, that's fantastic. Look at that. I tell you what. So cool. And the clocks do move depending on the time as well. Fantastic, fantastic. Really is. Look at this. Do you know what? I'm assuming as a non-passenger you can go up here and you don't need to have a ticket or a passport to get up here. I'd imagine by the looks of it you don't need. It's all accessible from airside. So I think I'm going to have to find a flight to Stuttgart in real life because I think I'm going to have to go here. It looks so cool. Imagine. Imagine. Well, guys, I mean, the detail is just unbelievable. You can do some virtual plane spotting here. I think I'm going to probably have to put some AI traffic on at some point. I'll tell you what we'll do, guys. Let's just cancel that off. Not ideal because it'll be making a load of sound, but we'll stick on FSLTL. And the sim will stutter. Yeah, the FSLTL traffic, yeah, guys, the jetways are attaching to them. It might not attach to the actual AI Asobo traffic, but it does here. Either way, you're a passenger or a visitor. Nice. No worries, Andrew, at all. It's as I say, this is what we do on the channel, isn't it? We go a bit further into looking at these sceneries. You know, they may last for 2 hours, but you get to see a new scenery, a fairly new scenery. This one obviously being today, so it's quite new. There's a condor. Look, there's a stripy condor. Is that a A321 condor over there? Nice. But yeah, you get to see some of the newer sceneries up close and personal. You know, you get to see what you're spending money on. It's not everyone's cup of tea, I know, guys. You're watching me look at some of the most intricate details, like how dirty the side of a wall is, whether an air conditioned unit has its fans spinning. But that's what we do. Look at this. Oh my god. So these are an actual thing you can go and put your kids on and you can have a little trike around. Oh my god. And look at this. Little aircraft museum at the top as well. Absolutely incredible, Aerosoft. Well done. That is just unbelievable. It's a screenshot there. And the details in the static models are really nice as well. A little bit of a little ramp, a little elevated ramp as well, to just get up a bit higher, saying if you're taking some photography, which again has got collision on it, so you can actually do that. Look at that, guys. Screenshot that as well. I mean, sure, it's a flight simulator. I get it. I totally get it. We should be down in the aircraft starting it up. We've even got an Atlas Air 747 over there on the cargo ramp. Look at that. Yeah, we should be down in the aircraft getting this set up to take off. But you know what? Look at this. You are a great guy, and I can just thank you. No worries at all. Fabian, I think I've obviously missed something along the line, mate. Did you develop this? Is this yours? I think one of the guys in the chat earlier on, Fyong, said there was obviously said there was obviously a particular developer, and I do apologize if I've missed it in the live chat. I apologize if it's your airport and one that you've developed. Absolutely incredible work. I am sorry if I've missed it in the live chat, but if it is your scenery, Fabian, then absolutely incredible, mate. Well done. It's just your own. It's your own airport. Okay, sorry, mate. Even so, thank you so much. It's an incredible. I mean, look, even down to the end here, where you sort of get into the roof, you've got all the warning signs here as well. I love the fact that when developers make a highly detailed interior, that they do go ahead and make things walkable for avatar mode, because it makes a whole lot of difference. It really, really does. It's fantastic. So cool. Let's have a little look and see what it's like up here at night. Why are you dragging? Oh, stop it. There we go, guys. Have a little look. Some of the night lighting out on here on the terrace. Yeah, like I say, they'll say, oh, there it is. There. Can we get back in here? There we go. Can you actually, do you know, it'd be cool if we could interact with things, you know. I've been sat watching this in disbelief, insane details. I know, I'm gonna have to go in VR. Gonna have to go in VR mode. Jason, I know, I'm gonna have to, do you know what, mate? I'm gonna have to get the VR. It's right there. I'm gonna have to get it on my head and get into. It's so cool. Even the detail in the actual lift as well. Incredible. Nice to see you, Steve, as well, mate. Thank you for coming in, mate. I hope hope the family's okay and the babies doing good and driving you crazy, because ours is. Obviously, I don't want it to be driving you crazy. I'm, you know. But yeah. Absolutely incredible. Another plane there as well. Look at that. So much detail, man. So incredible. Do you know what? Fair play, Aerosoft, because... Can you go these doors as well? No. So, I know, obviously, it's not going to be easy for developers to always implement collision in their interiors and make it so you can walk around them. I fully understand that, But if you are creating an interior with this much detail, please try and do it, because people will explore it with the avatar mode, not just on live streams, but just for the hell of it, you know, to see how detailed you've created their local airport. You know, there's people who watch these live streams, not just my live streams, but other people's live streams, you know, and they have a look at their local airport, places that they've flown from. And obviously when the time comes when EDDS release Liverpool Airport, I'm going to be just as hyped. And I hope, you know, I'm not asking for a lift, I'm not asking for this, because Liverpool hasn't got this kind of thing, but I hope I can walk around that airport like I've done in real life and see it like this. Incredible. All good, mate. Thinks I'm absolutely knackered. No, mate, no, absolutely not. Wouldn't change it for the world. I mate, you know, going into getting serious now, but you know, yeah, she can scream the house down and she can cry bloody murder, and you know, I've had to leave the room a couple of times, but would not change it, mate. Would not change it. And it's just, you know, it's moments where I'm in the park today with her, obviously in real life, and you know, she's going down the slide, she's you know, asking me to watch her and stuff, and yeah, it is. Wouldn't change it, and you're just knackered. It is it is what it is. Started flying and playing spotting on the balcony for days, mate. I'm gonna have to put the VR headset on and see what this is like with the Pimax Crystal Super on for sure. And it doesn't look like the FSLTL traffic is moving from here. Probably some kind of issue with the traffic, because I've heard nothing come in and or go out yet, but it looks fantastic. It looks great. Microsoft Planes, yeah, exactly. It is. I mean, some of these airports do give you that amount of detail where you can go and plane spot like this, but the fact that we've got an actual viewing balcony where we can go and look at these aircraft like this is fantastic. How's the Bluebird? She's not with me today. She was with me for the Liverpool stream on Saturday, I think it was. So yeah, she was parked up with us for some of the live stream. She's not with us today, unfortunately, guys, but the Bluebird's doing well, don't you worry about it. But yeah, guys, it's, you know what, it's getting on to 10 o'clock UK, and what can I say, Aerosoft, absolutely incredible. And you know what, honestly, the detail everywhere is fantastic, but this viewing balcony, the fact that you can go from the aircraft or you can go from the ground, walk all the way up it, you can go up a lift, you can navigate through the airport from landside to airside. I really hope Liverpool's the same, so please, any builds, please let that be. But this is on another level, guys, and I hope you've enjoyed this one, because I certainly have, and I am going to have to throw the VR headset on and have a little look. Because, well, just look at it. Incredible work. Listen, guys, show all the love for Aerosoft. If you do buy this, if you already bought it, go and have a little look around. If you don't want interiors in your airports, so be it. But please just take the time to have a look at what Aerosoft have done with this one. Leave some great feedback for them. Yes, there's some things that need a bit of a fix around the airfield. It happens. There's some of the airports are massive. This airport is so detailed with buildings and objects that, you know, things get through the cracks, and yeah, it's bound to happen. Definitely up there with one of my favorite airports. This has become my favorite one of my favorite airports. it's just so good. It's just so good. And honestly, if there was just a viewing thing, I'd be happy. But everything else just makes it, you know, the unique package. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. What I would say is, if everyone's still watching, my Discord is linked in the stream description and my social media guides. Tomorrow night, I'm most likely going to be doing my longest live stream yet. I'm going to take you and whoever else is welcome. You guys can come as well. Obviously, stay respectful for when we're doing it, but we're going to fly. We're going to take the 172. I'm going to be in the Cessna 172, and if people want to come and do a community flight live on the channel, you can do. I'll be on the Southeast Asia, just to keep just so it's not like really saturated with online people. That's the idea anyway. We're going from Liverpool EGGP, so Echo Golf Golf Papa. Gonna go from the general aviation apron, so get yourself something like a 172, something around that speed and power. Fill the tanks up. We're gonna take it from Liverpool down to down the sort of the spine of the United Kingdom, over London, and across the channel and into Le Touquet. That is Le Fat, not me, but Le Fat, Lima Foxtrot Alpha Tango, Le Touquet in France. We're going to do a little cross country and then a cross channel in the Cessna 172. We've got the over wings. We can see all of the lovely English countryside. We can spot a few airports along the way, some landmarks. Get over the channel as well. If you've got the global shipping add-on, make sure it's installed, because your channel crossing will be so much immersive with all the ships. But guys, if you listen to me now and you want to get involved in that live stream, get yourself into my Discord if you're not already. We'll go into the community voice chat if we can, make sure that everyone's sort of not going mad on the voice chat. But yeah, it's going to be a flight live stream, something I don't do enough of. I need to do more. Community, you guys can come in. I've got a couple of people already who are already going to be with me flying across the country. Should be a really fun one. I'm looking forward to that. Could be about 2.5 to 3 hours. Not too dissimilar to what we've done today, really. But yeah, about 5,000, 8,000 threes across the UK over to France in the 172. And yeah, guys, I hope some of you can come along with me if you're available. That's going to be a meetup at 7 p.m. UK time, so Greenwich Mean Time, whatever. British Summer Time. I don't know what we're on. It's going to be 7 p.m. UK time to meet up at Liverpool, Echo Golf Golf Papa, and then the live stream will start at 7:30. So yeah, hope you guys can pop in. I hope you've enjoyed this. I really have. I'm going to be giving a little shout out to Aerosoft as well. I'm going to give them a little message and just tell them that it's absolutely incredible, and I can't wait to see what else they do next. But yeah, live back tomorrow, and hopefully we will be seeing Indie Builds Liverpool within the next couple of weeks. It should be soon. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. This has been fantastic. I will see you tomorrow for some actual flying.